Hey loves, welcome back to my channel. My name is Lisa. If this is your very first time here, and in today's video I'm going to be sharing 5 products that every girl, every woman should be using. I just believe that with the release of new oils, creams, shower gels, that there are some products that, you know, we've just kind of sat to the side and have like forgotten about. And then also, even with the release of new products, I don't know, for some reason, many of us, depending on the product, the price point, we just feel like, you know, they're not needed, when in fact they are. And so without any further ado, let's go ahead and get into these items. These are beauty and or hygiene items that, you know, every girl needs. Now, I am not a medical expert, nor am I a, what do you call them, skin doctors? Now, I am not a dermatologist. I am not a medical expert. These are things that I know for sure. Overall, they have worked for me. With that being said, I think that leads us into the first product. The first product is antibacterial soap. And I do have my notes here if you see me looking down. I don't know who's leading this tribe of women or people who just feel like antibacterial soap is something that we should just not be using overall, period. Of course, when you use it in certain areas, it's gonna dry out and disrupt the presence of good bacteria. So of course you don't want to use that in your good old lady parts. However, you definitely want to continue to use antibacterial soap in places like underneath your arm, underneath your chin, behind your ears, and especially like girls, like lift those things up and you want to definitely use them underneath there. So just because we have all of these like feel good exfoliating gels and soaps does not mean that we need to let go of the good, tried and true antibacterial soap. But Dow is one in particular that I do continue to use. Not only does my husband use it, but I use it in certain areas where I feel like bacteria and stuff may harbor as well, especially in places that I sweat. And the girls ain't always staying dry in good old Florida. And so the next item is exfoliating wash. An exfoliating wash, I wouldn't say is an OG staple, but I do believe that it is something that is new, that people still haven't really grasped the concept of. Yes, I'm a strong believer that exfoliating body wash or exfoliating products are needed, because that rag and that soap that you're using is only going to do so much. So exfoliation is something that's not only needed for the face, it's needed for the body as well, allowing for it to have a much improved appearance, not only when you look at it, but when you touch it. And so skin that is exfoliated looks bright, clean, there's a glow about it, and also there is a softness about it as well. One of the products that I love in particular is Naturium. Don't let the price fool you, because for what you're paying for with that body wash, you're getting a good amount. The lather is amazing, and they have different ones that serve different purposes. But since we're talking about exfoliation, let's focus on the one that exfoliates the skin. Not only does it exfoliate the skin, but it doesn't like strip it of its natural oils. So when exfoliating, you're also leaving the skin like hydrated as well. And it just leaves the body just feeling oh so good. Definitely something that every girl needs and they should be using. You should have that in your hygiene routine, an exfoliating body wash. Do not sleep on the exfoliating body washes. It is needed. The Dove isn't enough. Your Dow isn't enough. Get you an exfoliating body wash with skincare ingredients that's going to help to improve the appearance of the skin on your body as well. And another thing I feel like every girl needs and every girl should be using is, since we're on the topic of an exfoliating body wash, every girl should be using exfoliating gloves. So not only do they have them in gloves, they have them in like rags. They make them in different ways that would be suitable for whatever way you want to use it. They have them like in the body wash, they have them in like those scrub rags, but you need an exfoliating glove. Those exfoliating sponges, they are a little rough, but that's because they help to ultimately scrub off like that extra dead layer of skin that is on like your body. And so Exfoliating gloves, I don't think people realize how badly it is needed until you finally get you your first pair. I think this year or maybe mid last year was my first time using an exfoliating gloves. I've went from gloves to mittens to exfoliating rags and sponges, and there is just something extra that it just does to the skin. It leaves my skin soft, supple, smooth, and just the appearance of it just looks absolutely amazing. So an exfoliating scrub you need to add to your list when you're building your list for whatever exfoliating wash you're going to use. Now, the next thing that I feel like is the OG, triple OG, something that people have really sat on the back burner, but is still absolutely needed, is Vaseline, okay? We still need Vaseline. Vaseline isn't something that should only be used on scrapes, and I don't really even think you should be using Vaseline on burns. But I feel like back in the day, my non-medical trained mom used to use Vaseline. She used to use Vaseline on our cuts. I don't even know if Vaseline is supposed to be used for that, but it is something that is still used to hydrate the skin. So just because you have all of your fancy oils, gels, creams, your little $20 oils, your little $50 creams, do not sleep on Vaseline. There is an extra layer of protection and hydration that Vaseline provides the skin. So, and it says here, because Vaseline, all it is petroleum jelly. And it says here that petroleum jelly is an oil-based product that forms an oily film over the surface of the skin. This oily film seals in moisture, helping keeping the skin hydrated and soft. And so it helps keep the skin hydrated and soft. It does not perform the hydration. And so the way you hydrate your skin is by one, showering the water and the products that you use during your cleansing process. That's what hydrates the skin. I like to follow my shower up with an oil. What that oil does is it locks that moisture in place when your body, like when you're getting out of the shower and your body is still damp, it locks that moisture in place, and then that extra film of petroleum jelly serves as a barrier, especially overnight. Don't sleep on my process. There is a reason why my husband is always like, baby, you're just always so soft. But you take that petroleum jelly and you seal all of that moisture in. I particularly love to use petroleum jelly on my feet. So after I lotion my feet, I do add petroleum jelly over my feet, and sometimes I'll cover it with some socks. And that is I guess you could say that's a feet routine. I don't know if you can even necessarily call it like a feet routine. I can even remember one time I went to go get a pedicure, and the person doing my feet was like, oh, your feet, your skin is just extremely soft. And I attribute that to my use of petroleum jelly at night, especially if you struggle with roughness of the skin on your feet during the winter season. Child, after you lotion and you oil the feet, whatever you do, make sure you add some petroleum jelly to lock all that moisture in place, and add some socks to that bad boy over a week's period. I guarantee you'll start to see that your feet will soften. A lot of those cracks and stuff, I promise you, they're guaranteed to disappear. One of the things that I feel like a lot of people sleep on are oil products that help to protect the skin up here, down there. One of the products that I've been using over the last couple of years, probably over the last year and a half, maybe even 2 years, is for hair oils. So every time I get a Brazilian wax, I am applying the fur hair oil down in my little, this helps to reduce the presence of ingrown hairs. It does also soften the skin. This is something that I do also recommend, and I do when I shave underneath my arm as well, because you can get ingrown hairs underneath your arm the same way you can get ingrown hairs in your hoo-ha. In fur, that brand has all types of products to help you to protect those hair cuticles overall, whether it's your armpits, whether it's like your chin, whether it is your hoo-ha. Let's go here. And so I just ultimately believe that a lot of people have not been like exposed to a brand like that or products like that unless you are specifically in that industry. Shoot, oftentimes women will still go and get like Brazilian waxes. I think that what is done on that table before you get up after your Brazilian wax is enough. No, boo, it is not enough. It is important for you to have those types of products at home so that you can follow up on that after you wash that up. Or let's say, for example, you're home or something comes up and you have to handle that yourself. You want to make sure that you have those oils in place so that you can provide your skin and your cuticles the proper protection when you're doing that at home and also after that process as well. Okay, and so that is the last product. These are, I know I said 5 or 6, but I think that stopped at 5. So these are 5 products that every girl should have and or should be using. This is a new type of video for me, so let me know your thoughts down below. Let me know what are some products that you think that a lot of people just like take for granted, that we kind of put on the back burner, that we need to like break back out. Also, if you found this helpful, feel free to give it a thumbs up. It does help for this video to become a little bit more discoverable out here in these YouTube streets. And as I always like to say, if we vibe, don't forget to hit that button and subscribe. Join the tribe, join the community, and make sure that you never miss a beat. And until the next video,